2,000 volunteers are set to make their way through Rockport this summer. Most of them teenagers spending a bit of their summer break helping the city recover. The First Baptist Church in Rockport is hosting the volunteers. Organizers say that groups are traveling to Texas from as far as Massachusetts. While they're in town, the groups are sent to help homes that have suffered damage from Hurricane Harvey.
It's really exciting. It's very comforting to know that there are people all over the nation that are wanting to come and serve in our community and help us rebuild, help us get back to some normalcy here in Rockport.
That's Jordan Mims, and he says that they're averaging 200 volunteers each week. While the groups are in Rockport, the Baptist Church there provides them with food and lodging. And if you'd like information on helping out or receiving help, head over to our website, KIIITV.com.
So gas